Hi, welcome back to our third episode of Let's Colour, and again looking at Porsche paint sample colours, those colours that cost you a lot of extra money, but for a reason, they look really good. Today we have 7 colours. 3 of these were viewer requests which I've been able to fulfill, and one of these was very kindly donated by a viewer. As a little reminder then, this video is not about the build of the car. It's basically a 911 991 GT3 RS, and I haven't changed the build at all between any of these. It's purely about the colour, and most of these colours I got by sampling what I thought was a relevant part of the car on a relevant photograph of the car, sampling that using the colour picker website linked below. I then took that colour, moved it into the hex colour tool, which I'll also link below, and darkened it by 20%, which is what you need for this game. And if I failed, I would either refine the colour in the hex colour tool or perhaps start all over again. Anyway, starting with a colour that gave me the most trouble, which is this, which is the glorious Mamba green metallic. Best described as a browny or goldy green. Very difficult to sample and reproduce. I love the end result, really was worth the effort. This one is on GTAcolors.com, but I'm afraid if you try it you'll find it just comes out far too green. They've gone basically for green and then tried to fix it with the pearl, and it doesn't quite work. I had a few struggles with this next colour, the vibrant, the very pink Ruby Star. But luckily Victor came to the rescue for me and kindly gave me a hex, which I think works really well, so that's what we're seeing here. So Ruby Star, non-metallic colour, a very sort of deep pink. I think it's looking a touch orangey here, but that is most definitely just the sunlight that is in. Believe me, if you try it, it comes out pink. Now, I'm not sure I would have the self-confidence to carry this off on my 911 should I be lucky enough to own one, but plenty of people do. It's also a great colour to have in your arsenal for other cars, I think. It's just that bit nicer than some of the pinks available in the game. Moving on then to Signal Yellow. Now this is effectively a yellow with a bit of orange in it. I tried the one from GTAcolors.com, but it just came out pure orange. It didn't work, I'm afraid, so sampled and made up my own. This was another one that gave me, for some reason, some trouble. Some colours are just harder than others, I think. But the end result, again, really pleased with. Really was worth the time to get this colour correct. And I think it's a really lovely colour for the car, in fact. And again, another one that's probably just worth having in your arsenal even for other cars. Now, John told me that Shaw Blue Metallic, as seen on the new 911 ST, would have been great on the list, and it would. So it is on the list. Here it is, Shaw Blue Metallic, which I made from sampling the colour. Again, looking a little orangey in this light, but in case you're not aware, I used the same colour to make the titles to make sure everything's correct. So you can see it is rather bluer than you're seeing here. I've written down a subtle pearl, partly because I forgot to write down the pearl I use. Partly this very light colour is very pearl sensitive. I think you need one of the most subtle pearls you can get. Something like a dark steel would work very well. Our second request, an incredibly vibrant colour suggested by Talentoso. Had I not put Lava Orange on the list? Well, I hadn't, but now I have. Look at this colour. Basically a very deep red with a bit of orange in it. I think it looks stunning, and when I finish this series I have to choose a colour to go back on the car. Now, I'm very keen on mint green, which you've seen featured before, but I'm also very tempted by this colour. I really love it. And incidentally, when you see a colour with 6 digits on here, it's one that goes straight in the box on the page, and when you see one 8 digits long, it goes via the inspect method. And if that means nothing to you, just watch my Crew paint colour tutorial. Now, this next colour does not feature in the online catalogue that I found for PTS colours, but it's certainly easy to find on the internet. Desaturated Gold, as requested by DXS7. I think this only exists on the Instagram posting by Hypewhip, which I've popped on the left there. So I think it is an imagined colour. but it looks really good, and like the name suggests, it's gold but just a little bit lighter. Turned out really well, so I hope DXS7 is pleased with it. I also think it could be quite a good colour for your arsenal generally. I really like this green here, Irish green, so it's a bit lighter than some of the dark ones we looked at like Brewster green, but obviously a lot darker than the more vivid ones like Signal, Viper or even the acid green. Nice colour, and I got this one straight from GTAcolours.com. I didn't find any need to alter the colour. I think this one looks really good exactly as it is. As a pure aside, if I was ordering this car for real, or building it in the game specifically, I think I'd be very tempted, like a lot of the very dark colours, to actually put on some silver wheels, I think, to have a little bit of contrast against the dark colour. So there we have 7 more colours, taking the series to 21 so far. I'm going to do at least one more episode. I've already filmed Mint Green, Frozen Berry Metallic, that's on my Taycan, and Aventurine Green Metallic. I've got 4 more planned, which are Slate Grey, Voodoo Blue, Graphite Blue, and a request for Adam LZ's Purple 911. So those will be the 7 for the next one. However, if there's any requests below for PTS colours you would prefer, I'll probably knock out 1 or 2 of either the greys or the blues from that one and replace them with fewer requests. This sort of video takes a lot longer to make than it probably appears due to the time taken with the colours, rebooting the game, etc. So please, if you've had any value, if you only like just one colour, I beg you to please click that like button. It would really be appreciated. Of course, if you're not subscribed and you like real car builds in GTA, well, you finally found the right place, so do consider a subscription as well. So I'd love comments, specifically requests on this video, to let me know of any other colours that you would like me to do for the Porsche PTS series. I'd like to make episode 4, which may be next week, maybe later. I'd like that to be the last episode, I think, for Porsches. I think I'm in danger of this turning to the Ret Set Porsche in GTA appreciation channel, so we'll make it the last one. But of course, there's nothing to stop me doing the odd other colour video as time goes on. I've already had a request to do that very pale silver that a lot of Mercedes are in, but perhaps there are other colours specific to certain cars that you like as well, and again, pop those down below, because we can always see what we can do, say, for a future episode or even a future build. Quite chuffed with myself, because the whole of the drive on the intro and the outro was done without scratching the car, and this was the first spin. I think that deserves a like as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I thank you so much for watching.